what's going on, guys? So Newcastle United are closing in on a club record £58 million deal to bring in Swedish striker Alexander Isak from Real Sociedad. Fuck me, this one's come completely out of the blue, hasn't it? There wasn't so much as a whisper that it might happen 6 hours ago, yet reliable reports claim that Newcastle sporting director as well as head of recruitment in Dan Ashworth and Steve Nixon are currently in Spain to get things over the line. Although Hugo Ekitike's move to Tyneside fell apart for a variety of reasons, Newcastle have still managed to bring in one of the most exciting young forwards on the planet. So fair play to those involved in making this happen. For those of you unaware of Isak's background, he joined AIK's academy in Sweden at the age of 6 and went on to make his first team debut a decade later at 16. Despite only spending one season at the club, he impressed sufficiently enough to be courted by every major side in European football. He turned down the chance to sign for the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid and instead opted to head over to Dortmund, given their history in giving young talent an opportunity. Unfortunately, things didn't go quite to plan as he spent much of his time playing for their reserves in the 4th division of German football. After the outspoken Thomas Tuchel admitted that he wasn't involved in the slightest in bringing this kid over to Germany, Isak headed over to the Eredivisie in search of game time. This is where he well and truly burst into life with 14 goals in 18 appearances for Willem, which helped them reach their first Dutch Cup final since 2005. Real Sociedad liked what they saw and wasted no time in mucking about by offering him a 5-year deal in 2019, which he duly accepted. While his end product in 2019-20 hardly set the world alight, his first season at the club was well and truly the stuff of dreams as he played a starring role in Real Sociedad winning their first major trophy in 33 years with some truly incredible performances in the Copa del Rey, a competition in which he finished top scorer and included 2 goals and an assist against an all-conquering Real Madrid side in the quarter-finals. The following year is when he started to consistently make a difference in the final third and became the first player aged 21 or under to get to 17 La Liga goals since none other than Sergio Aguero did way back in 2009. While his numbers didn't quite reach those heights during 2021-22, it's important to remember that this lad's still only 22 years old and offers a shit ton more than just goals. In fact, he failed to find the back of the net at the Euros but was still far and away Sweden's best player at the tournament, as rightly pointed out by Gary Lineker, even though Isak doesn't really know who the fuck he is. Moving on to Isak's style of play, he's not just a target man you stick up front like many assume based on his 6'4" frame. In fact, he's one of the most mobile strikers in the modern day game and has the explosive speed and technical ability to break through defensive lines. While he's more than capable of playing with his back to goal, you'll often find him pressing from the front like his bloody life depended on it and running his bollocks off out of possession throughout the 90 minutes. Furthermore, he's extremely intelligent with his positioning and awareness for someone so young and will constantly dart in between center halves while playing right on their shoulders. You'll also find that he's anything but one-dimensional, as he's willing to attack both the near and far post depending on the trajectory of the delivery, which keeps the opposition guessing as to what his next movement might be. During build-up, he likes to drift to the left and skip past fullbacks in wide areas from a standing start before cutting in and shooting with a combination of power and precision. He can also step into midfield in order to drag defenders out of position and leave his teammates with plenty of space to run into behind. In addition, the lad has decent vision and is capable of playing an eye-of-the-needle through ball for wingers to get at the end of when dropping deep. As things stand, he's quite a streaky player who scores goals in clusters. While a lot of that is obviously down to inconsistency, which can only really improve with experience, it also has to do with the fact that playing against certain opposition suits him down to a T, namely those where his own side are creating chances in transition and constantly looking to motor through into the final third on the break. So don't be alarmed if he's scoring against the likes of City and Liverpool while drawing blanks against Everton and Bournemouth. Aside from becoming more of a threat against low blocks, this fella needs to work on getting at the end of lofted crosses. As things stand, he's only scored 4 headed goals in the last 3 years and won a mere 37% of his aerial duels in that time frame. If he can find a way to make the most of his height, the sky is well and truly the limit, as that's just about the only glaring weakness in his game. Overall, this is well and truly a sensational signing. When Newcastle were first taken over by the Saudis, I thought they'd lose the plot and go completely mental in the market. Conversely, they've been highly calculated in their approach by bringing in young players who can help the club reach new heights once they hit their peak and ensure they don't make too many changes at one go, which suggests that success is just around the corner. The general consensus is that they'll take about a decade to challenge for the title, but it's easy to forget that Steve Bruce and gang were stinking up the place less than a year ago, so a lot can change in a very short period of time. I'm really looking forward to seeing this boy in action and think in some ways it's the perfect move for him. The pressure and constant scrutiny he'd face leading the line for some of the other clubs he's been linked with, such as Arsenal, could possibly have hindered his development. Meanwhile, Callum Wilson will remain the man Eddie Howe looks towards for goals, and Isak won't find it easy to break into the 11 just yet, particularly if the former stays injury-free, as in my eyes, he's only second to Harry Kane when it comes to English strikers at the minute. Sitting on the bench won't be something Isak moans about either, as he's calm, modest, down-to-earth and soft-spoken, so he'll wait patiently for his chance and take it as and when it comes. Cheers for tuning in, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please do consider giving it a like, or conversely don't if you thought it was shite. If you're new to my channel, I've made plenty of Newcastle related content this summer, which you can access via the top right hand corner of your screen right now. And if you want to confirm that I'm not talking out of my ass here, do check out my video on Bruno Guimaraes from when he signed for the club, which should be right next to my face right about now. Cheers for tuning in and have a great week ahead. Peace.